Aloha, you're watching F5 On Demand. We're here at Moscone Center in San Francisco for Oracle OpenWorld 2014, booth 1837. If you're in town, I'm Senior Technical Marketing Manager Peter Silva, and I'm fortunate to have Dana Gauthier. He's our Business Development Manager handling our Oracle relationship. Welcome to the show, Dana.
Great, thank you, Peter. Very nice to be here. We've had as you probably know, we've had a partnership with Oracle for the past 13 years.
I was just going to ask you that, so way to go.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Just jumped right in there.
Go for it.
And we have about 15 different solutions that we've jointly worked with Oracle to architect, to develop, to test, and to deploy in the customer base. And these solutions are focused on areas such as identity management, performance, security, and just generally high availability for the Oracle products.
And so I know we've been partners with Oracle for a number of years. What are some of the maybe highlights over the last year that have occurred since last Oracle OpenWorld?
Well, I think the highlights that we've had are that the business continues to grow rapidly. So for example, in the identity management area, we've had a common 160 customers over the past 12 months. In the security area, about 150 customers. And in areas like data integration solutions where we do replications, we deal with the network side, they deal with the data side. We have a total of about 130 customers. So between the three areas, we have about 400 customers that we've collectively been successful in.
And that's kind of the cool thing. I know, we have the integration with Oracle Access Manager, Oracle Enterprise Manager, the Golden Gate replication software, the Oracle Database Firewall. It's across the board.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, we have the numbers of partners within the F5 ecosystem, but kind of what's the importance or the benefit to our joint customers, particularly in this era of the software-defined data center as it's emerging now, but the benefit for customers when organizations have that integration between solutions?
Well, I think the benefits, particularly in areas such as mobility, security, and cloud, is that we are deploying joint solutions to bring the on-premise equipment and infrastructure, software as a service, platforms as a service, and moving it into the cloud. Oracle runs our product throughout their IT organization. They have a total of 19 data centers around the world. They have about 60 million customers that are accessing different Oracle services, and it's all running on our product. And we are also working with them to enhance the availability, reliability, and as Larry Ellison was describing last night in his keynote speech, security is job one. So we're working with them on joint security solutions in the software-defined data center.
One of the things we'll stand here and chat about, F5's point of view about integrating with Oracle and all of the benefits. I'm curious how Oracle feels about their integration with us. Like, what does the other side of the coin say?
Sure. Well, first of all, obviously Oracle is looking for ways to provide better capabilities, enhanced aspects with their products, their Oracle stack, which includes their data centers, it includes their database, their applications, their middleware. So as we enhance their security, so for example, with our ASM, we deal with the network forensic of a threat, and they deal with the data forensic of a threat. So combined together, we provide a more holistic view to security. And areas where we take our data and aggregate it into the Oracle audit vaults, for example, so that they have a better view on what action should be taken for a specific threat. So Oracle today has about 400,000 customers. We have about 17,000 customers. And these customers on the Oracle side are looking for ways to enhance the Oracle environment, which is where F5 comes in.
Yeah, and that's, I think, the cool thing about the entire integration is that, particularly on the security side, you were talking about ASM and the database firewall, is the ability for the customer, you guys, to see those reports and the the status on a single pane, single management GUI rather than having to swap between the two interfaces.
Right, and even we've gone so far in areas like identity management where we have taken the functionality of WebGate that sits in the Oracle Access Manager, and we've moved it over to the Access Policy Manager. So since our products are so pervasive in very large accounts, 47 out of the 50 largest accounts are running Oracle and F5 product, when the users are accessing Oracle applications, they have to get authorized, authenticated to be able to access Oracle applications one time through OEM. And from that point forward, APM, our APM becomes a proxy to the OEM, and that allows much faster access by the users, much happier customers, and Oracle sells more licenses. So it's a very symbiotic type of relationship.
And really solving problems on both sides of the proxy, the employee, user, visitor experience, but also making it a lot easier for the administrator in terms of consolidation, reporting, and management. Great stuff, Dana.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for your time.
Thanks again. And first time on the show, you got to give a shaka every time you're on the show for one time. So give a shaka. There we go. So I got my good buddy Jonathan behind the lens. He's going to be joining me shortly in front of the lens. So for Jonathan and Dana, I'm Peter, and we're with F5 Networks. Thanks for watching.